Wonder just how many people have been saved by Shion in some form. I'm impressed.
There's rumors flying around about people being saved by a Renin vision of beauty.
Vision of beauty? That's a bit much.
Alphen had better stay on his toes.
Where do I...
Right, here goes! Here I come! Strike!
It can hide itself?
Amazing! Take this!
On guard!
It's over!
The waters of magic and passion! Tiger Blade!
You're mine!
Take this!
You're finished!
Tiger Blade!
I'm not...
Rounding pound!
Take this! Piercing roll! Here I come! No escape! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Guys, I'll leave it to you!
Now! Ringwell! Frozen!
Hammer!
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Let's dispose of the trash.
No escape!
On guard!
It's over!
Take this!
Tiger Blade!
It's over! Damn it!
I'm not careful with airborne fire!
You're finished! We got fire!
I've got it!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Over. So soon?
We've reached our destination.
Little help!
You require a hand.
No further! You're finished!
Water! Hear my call!
Rollerblade!
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over!
Who said anything about letting off?
Here I go!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
That's far enough!
Take this! Turbine Alpha! I'm not done!
Airborne Phoenix! My
It's
The airborne.
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Easy peasy, huh, Hoodle?
Get lost! Right here! I got you!
You're finished! Rising Wyvern! Stardust!
It's here!
That gun of yours is real handy in a pinch.
It's like the true marksman we use.
Well, can't think of anyone better than you, Shion.
Air thrust!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Little help!
Here I come! No escape! It's over!
Phoenix Blade!
Rising Wyvern! Stardust! Great! Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less walking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Wow. Look what I just found.
Go no further!
You're mine! Splat! Here I come! I'm not done!
Here goes! Now! It's a
These
duel
little
of the
ones
arts.
are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
I hate camping out. feel all...
Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danon hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hoodle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
All done. Come and eat.
You okay, Shion? You're not eating very much.
What's wrong? Do you not like the cheese fondue that you made?
Yeah, I'm used to seeing you more excited about food.
You're not feeling sick, are you?
No, I'm fine. It's nothing like that. It's just...
What?
I guess I just don't understand what the appeal is. We could just as easily put everything on a plate and pour the cheese on top of it instead.
I suppose it lies in being able to decide exactly how much cheese you want. There's also something to be said for enjoying how it all turns out. It's fun.
That's fine and all, but I wish the plate-to-mouth time was shorter.
I think I understand. You don't like having to put in so much effort into eating something, do you?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Actually, now that I think about it, you're a way less fussy eater than you look, Shion.
In my book, there's no one right way to eat a meal. Tuck in, take your time, be dainty or devouring. As long as you enjoy the food, that's what counts.
There's no need to stand on ceremony while we're out camping in the wilderness.
Yeah, you're right. In that case, don't mind if I do.
I've never seen someone dump that much cheese on a meal before. So, Halim, care if I hang out for a while?
I do believe it's about time that I retire. Shall we get moving?
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her Danon bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. I suppose if you're a lord going into hiding, a forest is one place to turn.
We don't know for sure she's here. Keep looking.
There. Guess I misread the landing.
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
This one's mine! Take this! Damn it! You'll take cover when it curls out! I can carve through armor!
Take lightning construction!
Here I go! No escape! Take this! It's over!
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Sword Raid Alpha! Tiger, make it rain!
I'll be saving this.
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
No choice! You're mine! Swallow blade! I'm not done! Rising Wyvern! I'm not done, kid!
Do it! Like trying to keep up with a... Go for it!
Prepare to crumble. Think we overdid it?
You're mine!
Not by a long shot.
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for you, truly.
Astral energy!
Say no more. That astral energy was incredible.
I gave it everything I had.
For the hideout of a runaway lord, this place is a lot bigger than I was expecting.
Do you think she had it built with that in mind?
No. Personally, I think this used to be part of a Danon castle or fortress of some sort.
How can you tell?
For one thing, it doesn't look like a storehouse. For another, it's old and you can tell it was built to let people hole up inside of it.
Huh. I'll take your word for it. I don't know the first thing about brick. You know, I've always thought you were a smart little cookie, but damn, Rinwell, you really know your stuff.
It's no big deal. I've just read a lot of books is all.
If this is meant to be a castle, there wasn't much to it above ground. Are there such things as underground castles?
There probably used to be more of it above ground. That is, until 300 years ago.
So the main structure must have been...
But what reason could she have for using this place instead of staying back in her own castle?
That's what we're here to find out. Whatever it is, she's up to no good.
Right. It's all the more reason we need to hurry up and find her before it's too late.
Right, here goes! Look sharp! Here I come! Strike!
If it cools up, time to get out of the...
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
What's this thing?
Get lost! Here I come! Swallow Blade! Try harder! Denied! Now! Take this!
Dropped in pain.
Their hide is thick as
Right
armor.
here I got you! Sword Ring Alpha! They got fire!
I've got it. Let 'em mark for the fence. Glad you have your
All yours!
I'll show you how useful I can be!
I'm not done!
Lunar corruption.
Prepare to be seared by fleet foot. Actually, that sound is more appropriate.
Let's do without more Zara.
You've got a whole team.
Yeah, well, maybe apart from one individual.
The heavens must be smiling.
This place is full of weird machinery, old and new. Just what the hell was she doing here?
By all appearances, the sort of unsavory research she wouldn't want to see divulged.
Even to other Renans? That's a scary thought.
An opponent like this should be easy. Look sharp! You're finished! Here I come! Strike!
You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
This is barely target practice. Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
This place goes pretty deep underground.
It was probably built that way so it could still be used, even if the above-ground portion got destroyed.
Perhaps that's why it's still here, and why it was made into her hideout. It would certainly stand to reason. It would appear. Here we can descend down. By all appearances, it would seem she was researching something here.
You think so? What kind of research could she have been doing in a place like this?
Your guess is as good as mine. Hardly anything the likes of us could imagine.
If we assume it was because this area is rich in astral energy, then it's possible she could have been doing any number of things.
Indeed. Renan castles and spirit vessels are often found in such locations. Intriguingly, Danon ruins are also known for their abundant energy.
You Renans attacked us. Don't act like you're just some...
Sheesh, enough already. This isn't the place to pick a fight over this.
How can you be so calm listening to all of this? You suffered at the hands of guys like him too.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm calm.
Hi, Hoodle!
In a vine, piercing roar! It's over!
Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact claw!
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
Hi, Hoodle!
Take this! Going in! Win! You're mine!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclops! Did it!
Yeah, nice technique. Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it. Don't get careless!
Don't tell me! Never gets by me!
Lightning
You're
Orb!
mine! No! Luna Rondo! Stardust! You're finished! You wanna play? I'll back your defenses!
Glad you have your uniform.
I'll show you how useful I can be! Stardust! We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. No escape!
Sleep now.
You're
By the
mine!
power of water, I'll be saving this one.
Haha! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Right, here goes! You wanna fight? Then come at me! Going in! You're finished! Here I come! Take it away! No escape! Here I come!
Flying freaks! What if they just said
Leave
so?
him his arm
Sia,
to me.
can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Looking fearsome, Rinwell.
You must be rubbing off on me.
Let's kick some ass, kid.
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you?
I'm not really built for close quarters combat.
We're in good form! Right, here goes! Take this! Try!
In a vine?
Here I come!
Lightning already
Rollerblade!
cascade! Hold this! Feel!
I'm not done!
Let's get you all tucked up! Searing
Take
flare!
this!
Red energy!
It's over!
Who wants to die next?
Looks like it could be worth something.
Go no further!
I'm not done! Try harder!
Denied! Get behind me!
Take this! Rising Warrior!
Do it! Rinwell!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
Now!
Ultimate speed!
Glad you have your uses.
Charge like that.
I'll show you how useful I
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Look sharp!
Nice!
Lunar correction!
Prepare to be seized!
Back into the fray! Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
Guess I misread the landing. Guess I misread the landing. There's nobody here. It's been nothing but Zeugles. No lords, no Renan forces.
They have to be holed up somewhere, right?
From the look of things, I don't think anybody's been here for a while. If anyone was here, they're long gone now.
That can't be.
Look out!
We'll figure this out later. Right now, this thing needs dealing with.
I don't understand. Is Bayfog live?
He didn't seem the type to lead us on a wild goose chase.
Hey! Save your questions until after we manage to finish this thing! Mega Wave! One more! Here I come! Tiger Blade! Lion Howl!
You're aiming for the weak spot.
Lightning Orb!
Rising River!
It's weakened!
This ends now!
Please, Mom.
Here I come! No escape!
This one's mine!
No escape!
Tiger Blade! Lion Howl!
Get back!
Nature Blade!
I'm tripping. Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
You're mine!
On guard! In here! You're gone!
You're mine! Swirl Blade!
Can't get out of this! In here! You're gone! Going in! One more! Tiger Blade!
This one is almost in the bag.
Not done yet. Just falling back.
Then it's time for you to do what you do best.
Take this! Shivering Wind! Stardust! Take this!
Make it rain!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
So much for finding the Lord. Come on, let's get back to Niaz.
Shion, calm down. This isn't like you. What's wrong? Talk to me.
It's none of your concern.
Even after everything we've been through together?
The two of us are only helping each other because our interests overlap, remember?
Are you serious? You helped me come to terms with Zephyr's death. You put your life on the line to save me. Don't tell me you did all that out of necessity. That it was only because we have a common goal. Fine.
Huh?
You don't want to answer? Then I'll do whatever I like from now on, too. Clearly, I'm just bothering you. So it doesn't matter if you tell me what's on your mind. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop looking out for you. Not now, not ever.
That's not fair. Why can't you just leave me alone? You don't know the first thing about me.
But I do. I know you care about the pain of others. You care, Shion. That's why I want to help.
Because of my thorns, I thought I had been doomed to a life of solitude. Until the day I died, I knew I would be alone.
And now?
The truth is, I'm trying to end my curse and get rid of my thorns.
Get rid of? There's a way to do that? Really?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is there's a chance. But that's the reason I need the Renis Alma.
The Renis Alma?
The Master Core to end all Master Cores. It is bestowed upon the winner of the Crown Contest, the new Sovereign, as proof of their victory. It must be assembled from all 5 Master Cores.
That's why taking down the Lords is so important to you. But Shion, you're not in this alone. If there's a chance we can rid you of your thorns, I'll be by your side the whole way.
That includes us, right?
Like it or not, you're going to have to get used to relying on us every now and then.
What kind of friends would we be otherwise?
Thank you.
Danon Liberation and the Renis Alma. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us. If we have any hope of finding this Lord and their Master Core, we start by heading back to Nias.
Man, who would have thought we'd ever get thanked by Shion?
Sounds like someone wants me to grab their arm. I can't believe this. To think they would give us a bad lead like that. Where could that Lord actually be?
Beats me. That said, there's no point wandering around aimlessly trying to look for her. We should head back to Nias for now.
What's wrong, Kisara?
Oh, I was just thinking about what it meant for there to be castles here on Dana. People build castles to protect things that are important for one reason or another. But not simply that. They're also used to project a ruler's power.
So what you're saying is, even before the Renans invaded, the Danans were still being ruled over. It was just by other Danans.
That's most likely the case, yeah. Though who knows how they led their people.
But after seeing Deadeye, I can't picture them being all that benevolent themselves.
What if it's in everyone's nature to rule over and control others? What are we supposed to do about that?
If it really is in our nature, then no. All that means is we have all the more reason to fight it. That's all there is to it.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I'll do my best. Take it.
Glacial Spear.
Right.
Here's evil.
I'm not done. Rising Wyvern. I'm not done.
Now.
Not a chip. Take this. Strike. You're finished.
Oh, quit staring and
Got
concentrate
fire.
on the...
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
The heavens must be smiling.
Get lost.
You're mine. Rising Wyvern.
You want me?
Come get me.
Go in there.
Take it.
You've got a knack for battle.
I still plan on training, though.
That's what I like to hear.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart.
My fists are crushing it out there!
sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For Crown Contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy.
Get lost!
Take this! I'm not done!
Take this!
This one's mine!
Here I come!
Sleep now! Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite
You
aware without
really
you
don't need
reminding
my
me.
help, huh?
Nonsense. Who else was cooking clean for me?
Damn it. I should get my trap shot.
You're stronger than any Renan soldier I've ever met.
They don't just let anybody have a place in the Royal Guard.
Indeed. So I see.
The heavens must be smiling.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Glacial Steel, here's evil!
It's over! It's time! Escape! It's over! You're mine!
You've got pretty impressive aim there. Gotta take you up the right way.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
No choice! Here I am! Rising Wyvern!
No further!
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over!
Who said anything about letting off?
Doing good out there.
Just getting started!
That's the spirit. Take no prisoners.
So those are Dan and Astral Arts.
Make it rain! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Rising Falcon! You're finished!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
that's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
I won't forgive you!
Take this! Far enough! It's over!
Here's another.
Take this! It's time! It's over! Start up!
Do it!
Take
Geo!
this!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Not by a long shot! No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Here I come! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Done! I'll leave it to you! Here I come!
Is every shield you own that big?
Here, you want to try holding it?
Ugh.
I hope we catch something decent.
Indeed. Hungry bellies are counting on this. Oh, we've got a lively one. You've got to know when to quit. Oh, we've got a lively one. Anybody could reel in that.
Nice, you caught it.
There we go. That's not a fish I see often.
I don't recognize that fish. Is it okay to eat?
I've got something. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
Reel it in. Anybody could reel in that.
That went pretty well.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
I always love the sound of hammers banging the... way.
There are still so many creatures we don't know.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
I think it's safe to rest here now.
About damn time.
Took long enough.
But that's...
Right. I can't wait.
Head on over to the plaza.
What's going on? It seems busier here than before.
Hey, look! Isn't that Baython over there?
Ah, there you are. It seems I owe you all an apology. I'm guessing you didn't find the Lord back in the forest, did you?
No, but something tells me you already knew that.
That I did. Turns out I bit down on some bad intel when I should have known better. Apparently, Deadeye's not as trusting of me as I thought.
But why would he feed you bad intel?
My guess? He wanted me to lead you all astray. Make sure you weren't sniffing around where he didn't want you to be. While you were off in the forest, I got word that one of our squads captured the Lord. The place wasn't even close to where you were searching.
I see. Well, the important thing is that you finally caught her. Did you suffer many casualties?
You're not going to believe this, but she didn't even put up a fight. She had no escort either.
Well, what about her Master Core? Was it recovered?
Sorry. They only briefed me on the basics. For now, Deadeye's getting ready to make his victory speech out in the plaza. In the meantime, I've been ordered to set up a defense perimeter around the outside of the city, so I'll be out of town for a while. I imagine Deadeye will announce what he intends to do with the Lord during his speech. You'll have to let me know how it goes. Anyway, until next time.
A Renin Lord surrendering without a fight? Something doesn't add up here.
I'm afraid I can't say I know much of her lordship personally.
There's a lot about this that doesn't make sense. The Master Core is a concern too. Let's stick around like Bayfon suggested and see what happens. We don't leave until we get to the bottom of this. I'm worried about just what Deadheim has in store for Almadria. For now, let's wait at the inn until he gives his victory speech.
Everybody's so excited.
They can hardly be blamed, and they've apprehended an enemy leader. That said...
Yeah. Isn't there some way to calm them down?
These must be the Danans the Darkwings freed.
Yeah. The city might be in ruins. The people have risen from the ashes.
This is the place Bayfon said Deadheim would reveal the Lord's fate. I wonder what he'll do to her.
Well...
Is that? Yes. It's Lord Almadria Chineris.
Please stop! No good can come of such hatred. Stop or there'll be no turning back.
Is this supposed to be justice? Astral energy? Why now?
You don't think that...
The fruit of Helgen.
I did warn you, did I not? Nothing good can ever come of such nasty hatred.
I found you at last.
I swear it. I'll make you pay for what you did to my parents!
What do we have here? Could it really be the witch from Dana? Honestly, I thought I had wiped all of you out of existence back then. I guess there was one survivor after all.
Hey, Rinwell!
Shut up! This is the only thing that's keeping me going anymore. Stay out of my way or I'll kill you!
Rinwell.
I'll kill you. I swear it. I will kill you! What did you... Why are you defending her?
I'm not really sure, you know. But when I look into your eyes, I can't let you do it.
What about you? Are you not the one who got revenge for his father? Don't I deserve that as much as you? Move aside. If you don't, then I'll blast you again.
Even so, sorry. I'm afraid that I can't let you do that. No way. I can't let you kill her. Not while your face is full of the same hatred as those people who died.
You saw what she did. What are you saying? She should just get away with it all?
You're right. Rinwell. I don't know what I'm doing. But still, I know it's wrong. If you go through with this, I know you'll regret it. I'm sorry. I am. Forgive me.
I can't believe you. You, of all people. Of all the people! Why did you... Why, Ela?
Is your little show quite finished?
Why, you...
For many years of my life, I devoted myself to the study of astral arts. But the knowledge I took from your family was truly enlightening indeed. For that, you deserve a reward. I shall allow you to taste one of the fruits of my labor. Rearranging life and death to form new hellish compositions. That That is what I do best.
Law, I'm...
Sorry for almost blowing me up. Hey, not like it's the first time. Come on, we need to take her down.
Okay.
It's over! In a vine?
Glacial Spear. Here's the
Rising Wyvern! Aim for the wing!
You're finished!
I'm ready! Rising Wyvern! Shield! Rising Wyvern!
Hear my call.
You're mine!
Spread! Glacial Spear. Here's the evil.
You're mine!
Raging Falcon. Going in.
Rising Falcon!
Air thrust.
You're
Lunar
mine!
Lunar thrust.
It's over!
Tiger Blade.
You're mine! I'm not done! You're finished! Take this! Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon! You're finished! Rising Wyvern! Stardust! Dragon Blade! Make it rain! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! You're mine! Changing tactics!
There's no telling what it'll do. Stay focused. Dance in the wind. Air thrust.
Here I come!
Photon purge malevolence. Magic is in. This is
Rising Wyvern!
Take it down. Tiger Blade.
Rising Falcon! It's
Searing flame. Lightning or fury. Dance in the wind.
Rising Wyvern!
Going in. I'll be saving this one. Here I
You're
come.
on!
Photon
It's
thrust.
over!
Searing flame.
No escape! Try harder! You're mine!
Listen. Tiger Blade. I'm out of arrows.
Here I come!
I'm in here.
I'm not
Mega Ray.
It's over!
Gemini Hollow.
Stardust! Here I come!
By the power of water. Ryan power.
Rising Falcon! You're mine! No further! I'm not done! Rising Wyvern! Here I come! Rising Wyvern! Stardust! You're mine! You're finished! Here I come!
I never miss.
I'm not done! Rising Wyvern!
Here, let me help. Freeze Lancer. Dance in the wind.
You're mine!
Air
Rising Wyvern! Swallow Blade! Make it rain!
Kisara frozen.
Hammer!
Is everyone all right?
Yeah. But Almadria got away. Linwell, are you...
What the hell happened here?
Bayfon, is that you? Thank goodness you're okay.
I've been outside the city this whole time, but I sensed a disturbance in the wind and decided to turn back. What happened here? Where is everybody?
Almadria's handiwork. She allowed herself to be captured so she could rile up the Danans into a frenzy and rob them of their astral energy. She wiped out almost everyone in the plaza, including Deadheim.
Deadheim's dead.
Everyone. And the Darkwings. Almost all of our companions in the Resistance. How could this happen?
Regardless of what she had to gain, what kind of person would do something like that?
If she managed to find kinship in Kelzelik, then I'd say the very worst kind. It's clear now that she used Menancia as a testing ground for the fruits of Helgen, before using them here.
So everything that led up to this moment was all a part of her plan.
Once she knew they'd eaten enough tainted food, she just needed to get herself caught.
We have to go after her. Balseth and Ganabelt were horrible, but Almadria makes them look like saints. I doubt she's really gone back into hiding. We have to put an end to this, once and for all.
Yeah, what she's done can't be forgiven.
I don't know what to do. I saw what hatred did to those people, but hating her is the only thing that's kept me going. I can't just stop hating her. What am I supposed to do? Tell me. Smile at her from across the battlefield? Apologize while we fight her? I don't know if I can do that.
Rinwell.
Nobody can understand what you've been through. We can't even begin to imagine the pain you've experienced. But if hate is what has kept you going ever since that day, then let it be your strength. However, think about this. When you've had your revenge, when we've beaten Almeidrea, then what will you do?
Huh?
I'm saying you're going to have to find a way to survive once that hatred is gone. When it is, what do you plan on doing then?
I don't know. I've never thought about it before.
Almeidrea's death doesn't have to be your end too. You need a reason to live, Rinwell, not an excuse to die. Understand?
She's right. We could never truly know the pain that Almeidrea has caused you. But I think you should listen to Shion. Give yourself time to consider things. And if it's too much right now, it's okay for you to sit this one out.
No. My head might be a mess right now, but I'm not letting you fight Almeidrea without me. I need to be there. Please. That much I do know. I'm going with you. And on the road, I'll think about it. A reason to live. Without hate.
That said, it'll be no good chasing after her blind with no idea where she went. Beifan, do you have any ideas where she might have gone?
I can't say for sure, but west of here is an underground harbor along a cliff near the coast. She spent years building a ship there, a floating fortress that she called her castle on the sea. No one quite knew why she wanted the thing, but now...
Of course. She's already effectively destroyed her own capital. It's likely she planned to abandon her realm as well.
Right. That's as good a lead as any. Let's go. What's that woman going to do next?
Nothing. Been good, I'll bet.
I still can't believe what that Almeidrea did. Not only that, but she was enjoying it.
It's patently clear she has no respect for human life whatsoever.
We need to take her out. I don't think I've ever felt so enraged at another person in my whole life.
Yeah! There's no way she's getting away with this!
Then we head for the underground docks. We need to hurry. Rinwell, can you keep moving?
Yeah. family and I, we spent all of our days just living in hiding. Until one day when we were found and attacked. I was the only one my dad and the others hid. That's the reason I survived. While the rest of my family was butchered. The only thing that I could see was the crest of a lord glowing through the smoke. And then...
It was Almadria who did it. I'm sorry, Rinwell.
That woman. Did she really find the existence of Danon mages to be that much of a threat?
Enough to invade another lord's territory? No, I doubt that. Most likely, she was after their knowledge and techniques. She only did it so she could become stronger. That's the kind of woman she is.
In retrospect, I do remember her making it sound like she created that monster she summoned.
A monster. I wonder, do you all think of me as a monster? Because I'm able to use magic even though I'm Danon?
Rinwell.
Of course we don't think you're a monster, you dummy.
Huh?
I might have had to hold you back, but it's her fault any of this ever happened, not yours. Got it?
Law. Easy peasy. I knew I could handle it. This ice cream tastes so good.
I swear, you're always having ice cream, even when it's freezing cold out.
And who made you the food police?
No one. I'm just saying that's a lot of ice cream. Don't you ever, throw up or anything?
Did you really just say that? Try thinking before you talk.
Huh? What do you mean? All I'm saying is I'm just a little worried about you, okay?
Well, don't be. I can have ice cream whenever I want.
You say that, but you know what's gonna happen if you keep eating ice cream all the time.
It's none of your business what I eat or how often.
Arguing over the consumption of a frozen dairy product. Ah, to be young.
Naive might be more accurate. Looks like we made it here in one piece.
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danons. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the... You need a sea dog like me or you'll...
We're losing time.
Now that's more like it. Name... This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Of course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's... Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria. Was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
You don't look so good. Are you all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almadria were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective, from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danon people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almadria did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almadria, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cislodius Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadheim. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almadria. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almadria when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Xion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Xion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cislodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually managed to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almadria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up. Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Shion.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Get lost! This one's mine! Swallow blade! Listen! You escape! You're mine! Where's the shot? Make it quick!
More where that came from.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Get lost! Denied! Bring them down! You escape! Fall back! I'm going in! Like the
We can really make weapons with this? Huh?
Got it. That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Out of our way!
Here I come! In a bind?
This one's mine!
Take this!
This one's mine! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Dispose of the trash. This one's mine! Whoever won't save you!
Take my seal!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. Take down their defenses!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this. Little help! Sleep now.
You think that shield will save you?
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here I come! Here!
A comfortable win.
I won't forgive you!
It's over!
Do it!
I'm not done!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action! Not a chance! I'm not done!
Do it!
Mirage!
By the power of water!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Out of our way!
I can carve through water.
In the field of mine!
We're not finished!
Please, you'll pay for what you... This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
Gotta break through! The rebel! Stop them! Rising over! Here I come!
Demons descend!
Flashing fang!
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
Pieces!
I'm not done!
Lightning raging cascade!
You're finished!
Fred!
On your knees!
Freeze Lancer! Gemini Alpha!
Here I come!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Go no further.
This one's mine!
Glacial steel. They really don't give up, do they? Astral energy. Full throttle.
Now! Take this! Rising rocket!
This one's mine!
Rising Viper! Take this! Win! You're mine! Rising rocket! It's over! Take this! Rising Wyvern! Here I come! Rising Falcon!
The enemy wields arms too.
We'll soon see about that.
I'm not done! Rising
Do it!
Falcon!
Get toasty.
Bird strike!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat. Looks like some solid equipment.
I'll do my best!
Take this!
Glacial steel.
In here!
Here I come!
Freeze Lancer.
Start up! No further! It's over!
Make it play!
Take this!
Freeze Lancer.
Non-kill! Rising Wyvern!
Tiger Blade!
Now.
Take this!
Make it rain!
Fluid
It's
kill!
over. Astral energy. Full throttle. Hey, Hoodle's quivering. I think we're about to be real lucky. Hi, Hoodle.
Come here! My steel! Rising up! We're not finished!
Now. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
You'll have no mercy.
You're mine! Strike! Take this! Start up!
This one's mine!
Take this! Start up! Take this! Strike!
Make it rain!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zoogles the remnants usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here. This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluba Forest.
Looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegus?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegus and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? Ugh, my head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
It's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Bring him down! I won't show you any mercy!
This works!
No escape! Go for it! Rising Falcon!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Little help!
I can carve through walls! My healing wrong! We're not finished!
Do it! Let's go!
Switch! One basic attack! Rebel! Stop now! Here I come! On guard! You're mine!
Raging Cascadian!
I'm not done!
Magic is there! In here! More for the corruption! Generator way! Warrior attack!
I'm not done!
More with corruption! Going in!
You're finished!
Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Hey, what do you...
This won't be easy. Won't be such a Take my revenge on you! Make your way! Kizara, go for it!
Prepare to crumble! No chance!
Lunar corruption!
It's almost too strong! Split it open! Be my guest! I'll smash you!
Now, Spear! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Well then, let's keep moving.
Gotta break through!
Malevolent! Annihilation! Waterfall!
Time to Dragon Swarm!
Freeze Lancer! Dance to the wind!
Take this! Rising Wyvern! You're mine!
Going in!
Stardust! You're mine!
Water, hear my
Leave the
call!
ensnaring to me.
More where that could stop!
Could have been worse.
Hi, Doodle!
I can carve through walls! Like healing! We're not finished! Rising Wyvern!
Do it!
Stardust!
Igneous, discard!
Take this! Dragon Swarm! Rising Wyvern!
Make your break!
Stardust!
A comfortable win.
Hmm? You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
This Take this! Rising Wyvern! It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Dragon Swarm!
I've been doing really great lately.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Mirage! No escape! Rising
I can
Wyvern!
read your moves like a book.
Engaging! No escape! It's over!
More where that came from.
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
What's this thing?
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Got you now! Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Be careful! It has some kind of camouflage. Annihilation now!
Here I come!
Annihilation!
Rising Falcon! Win! Mirage! You're mine! Take this! You're mine! Rising Falcon! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Rising Wyvern! Here I come!
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
And miss all the fun. No way.
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Here, let me help.
My turn! I owe you one.
Raging cascade!
Take it! You Rising Wyvern!
Glacial spear! Here we go!
Swallow blade!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Looks like we got them all.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
Bandai's key's been placed. It's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know.
I won't forgive you! Glacial spear!
Look. Looks like we won. What's this thing? An opponent like this should be easy.
Glacial spear! Here's the evil!
Rising Wyvern!
Igneous! Get stuck!
You're mine! I'm not done!
Those rising Wyvern! Real pain in the butt!
Double Demon Fang!
Igneous! Go for the weak point!
Here I come! No further! I'm not done!
Enjoy the ground while you're down there.
Rising Wyvern! No escape! Here I come! You're on! I'm not done! Rising Wyvern! Make it rain! Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
We can really make weapons with this?
Did that get rid of the... Barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
Little help!
here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
And thus our strength yet grows.
Well, there's only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almadria.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Danon mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it.
There she is! Almadria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something. I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almadria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like a rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we villains live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Miez. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almadria.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed.
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of! Nesmold! Enjoy your meal! Such sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me.
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you!
Look sharp. How about this?
Can't get out of this!
Here! Glacial Spear! First aid Lancer!
Going in! You're mine!
Fool.
Now you see what I can do!
How about
Take
this?
it! Rising Wyvern!
In here!
You're on! I'm not done!
Ride for me. This one's mine.
Take this!
Blooming with hatred.
Here I come!
Take this!
You're finished!
Gale Force!
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready! Searing Flame!
Take this!
Anything in armor is all mine! Seal!
Here I come!
Warriors of Starfire!
It's
The
over!
waters of beast and flame! Dance immortal tidal wave!
Here I come!
Here's
Do it! Just try and run.
Frozen!
Hammer!
They're attacking separately! I can't land a hit on her!
Keep an eye on her. And take out the monster first.
She's no stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that!
Yeah! Take it away!
You will suffer.
You're mine! Rising Wyvern!
Wits about you, people. Igneous,
Lightning Orb!
Can't get out of this!
the winds of judgment blow your way. Fall the impending calamity.
Raging Cascade!
Behold my great power! Her master core!
Not while I'm around, she isn't!
Shield and face!
Double demon fang!
Shining Supernova! Raging Cascade! I'll never forgive you!
What?
I'll take you down! I'll end you! Astral energy!
Say no more!
You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to.
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again. Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Years ago, the Lord of Ganeth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Stop right there! Think you can cut me down? What?
Go with me! Let me go!
Gianna!
Alvin!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign. After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Elfin.
Leori.
Elfin. Live for me.
No. Leori. No! Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking.